in a sea of opportunities, full of opportunities, but cannot access it due to your class, your gender. How does it feel for a young girl to grow up in a house 10 by 10, filled with 5, 6 people who are constantly watching everything that you are doing? What does this girl want? She wants a space where she can be, where she feels authentic, where she can say whatever she wants. That's the kind of space Vacha creates in her own neighborhood, which we do not like to call a slum, but we call it Basti, place where people live. In these centers, girls at times just drop in. They are themselves. They can laugh, they can play, they can share, build their social capital, as well as learn 21st century skills, which is English, computers, negotiations, interviewing, using digital technologies like cameras, videos, and also creating their own newsletters. Through these mediums, girls also create a lot of awareness within their communities, because we strongly believe that training and enabling adolescent girls in isolation will not solve the problem. You have to ensure that the stakeholders in girls' life, that is the community leaders, parents, important people in their neighborhood, as well as their brothers and peer boys, need to understand that girls have a lot of power in them. And through various projects that girls do in community, like photo essays or rallies or meetings, girls talk to their parents about the new knowledge and information they have gained through visits and also exposure. Well, let me talk to you about what happens as a result of this. 96% of young girls and boys enrolled in Vacha program have continued their education till class 10. They have raised issues in their community to which local corporators have responded positively. They are the ones who are part of their community leadership groups compared to 0% of girls in community social leadership, or what you call as Yuva Mandals, youth groups in their communities. If I have to tell you what really happens as a result of these projects, Sushma was a young girl who came to us and our projects 8 years back. It wasn't easy for her to attend our center regularly because she was the eldest of her siblings, and that meant she had to take care of a lot of household work. But still, she came. She was there for each and every session and gained in as much as she could. One day, we got a call from her, from some remote number, and she said, "Didi, I am in my village and I am here to get married, and I don't want to get married." And then we spoke to her parents. She took help for her siblings and ensured that her father understood that if he really forces her to marry, she will not think twice before going to the police. And she came back. She came back when the month was September. She was in 10th, so she had already missed considerable time. 10th is the big thing in India. With a lot of handholding with Vacha, she continued her education and today has become Sushma Didi, the role model of many more girls who look up to her. Another example is that of Rehana, who asked what is her wish, said, "I just want to have one full pani puri, the favorite savory of many Indians, as a whole." She had a fall running away from a strict paternal elder at home and had a fall. Her dentures were affected. She couldn't open her mouth. That was not a priority of her family because it cost 25,000 rupees, and the family thought it's not important. She couldn't speak, she couldn't open her mouth, but she was a regular in Vacha, and from a photography training that she received with us, she found her means of expression. Today, after operation, when you ask her, "How does it feel, Rehana?" she says, "Didi, when you see your own tongue after 16 years, how are you supposed to feel?" She wants to be a photographer today. In another community, when we started our center in a community place which was next to the gym, which is a man place, boys took it as an offense that women were entering, girls were entering space which was completely encroached by them, and really harassed because our fellow friends who go to these communities are young women themselves, who are the facilitators. But when they witnessed the newsletters as well as the photo essay exhibitions girls had put up, they came and said, "You know what, we are also living in this community, we don't get these kind of opportunities. Would you also include us?" And that's when the boys enter our program in most of the communities. And then they become the crusaders of girls' agenda. And also, In the same community, these young men with the girls have taken out a rally of 500 young men and women from the neighboring colleges to talk about harassment and how it is bad and how it has adverse effects on girls. So that's the kind of change we are talking about. And of course, it wasn't easy to reach here. We started 25 years back as part of women's movement and started working with girls last 15 years. And thanks to Sonal Shukla, who is our director, who saw that the future is working with girls to ensure, to prevent their vulnerabilities so that they become stronger women, have better say in decision making. And that time, girls and investing in girls was not a priority. To survive through that hardship and to be here today to receive this award is really overwhelming for all of us. And though you see me standing here alone, it's for all the girls who fought through every restriction that came their way, for every woman who has emerged from that kind of situation to be here today, even in this gallery. And thank you, Dasra, for giving us this opportunity. I will just end with one thing. We just want to extend our efforts to more communities and to ensure that we have one permanent space which becomes a resource center and a training center for young girls and men to become gender sensitive. And I welcome all of you to become part of this Vacha family and make that dream come true. Thank you.